Everyone talks about death like they have until they are 80, with the respectful exception of those who are terminal. We don't think we could die today, or tomorrow, even though we know accidents happen. I saw the truth of that when I was 12. My little cousin ran out onto the road in front of our house to get the ball we had been playing with. She didn't see the minivan come around the corner, and the driver didn't have time to stop. No one was really to blame that day. The driver tried their best to stop. I yelled at her not to go chase the ball, and she really didn't know any better, having come from the countryside where traffic was a rare thing. But that was the day I realized that those of us who talk about death like it is a long time away speak either in hope or ignorance. I spoke in hope. The dreams that I would grow old enough to see grey hair and wrinkles and complain about things that were better in my day were crushed quite harshly. And today has been a traumatic day. It started with a text message from George. He was ending our 2-year relationship with a sad-faced emoji and the sentence, "I am breaking up with you." There was no explanation, just that silly emoji and my aching heart. It all seems kind of silly now. I messaged my best friend and told her I felt too numb and needed a good time to feel something. I love my best friend. We've been friends since we were 4. Now I'm just shy of 17 and telling you how this day ends. Josie was a bad girl, as my mother put it. More boyfriends than days in a year. Drinks, smokes, and does drugs, and is only the tender age of 16. She told me the great news that she was going to a party tonight, and that she would help make sure I fit in. The time came, and she picked out a short skirt and a very tight V-neck. I felt uncomfortable, but she assured me I looked just like one of the crowd. An older boy driving an old sedan picked us up and kept asking Josie who I was and if I was going to be fun like her. I was worried what this meant. Would they expect me to put out? She told them I am fun, but new to the scene and to go easy on me, otherwise she would have to teach them some respect. She always had my back. The party ensued and a cute boy named Mike was talking to me, topping up my drink. Whatever it was that I thought Josie was trying to protect me from, I didn't think I wanted her to protect me from him. My whole world lit up when he kissed me. I was hopeful for a fun night with him, although he offered me a pill.
"It's a caffeine pill,"
he said.
"It will help you stay awake the whole night."
His smile was devilish, and I obeyed, following him like a lamb to the slaughter. I took the pill and we made out whilst waiting for it to kick in. That was when shit hit the fan. Josie caught us out and started yelling at him. Mike was 30, a full 14 years my senior. She screamed at him and called him a pedophile, her already flushed face turning a deeper shade of red. I tried to tell her it was okay when everything went dark. I couldn't move or speak, but I could hear and feel everything going on around me. Josie screamed my name and tried to get a reaction out of me. As hard as I tried, I couldn't move, and my guess from her reaction is that my breathing is too shallow to feel. "She's dead!" Josie cried. "What did you give her, you bastard?" I listened intently. Although Mike had said caffeine pill, the reaction I was having told me otherwise. According to Mike, it was an opiate GHB mixture that was fresh on the streets. He wanted to test it out on someone he thought would go unmissed if something went wrong. The issue for him is I will be missed. I am an only child, and the only reason I exist is my parents spend hundreds of thousands on IVF in an attempt to create me. I am the top of my class, the lead in the school play this year, I will be missed greatly. Josie is still screaming at Mike, filling him on the fact that I am not like the rest of the people at this party. I have a close family, and that this was my first time out. Mike is quiet. I feel his hands on me as he checks for a pulse. He says he can't find it, and that I don't appear to be breathing.
She's dead.
He says bluntly.
We have to get rid of the evidence, or we are all going to jail.
You mean you're going to jail? None of us did anything wrong.
Even if you guys don't go down for her death, you'll go down for possession of drugs.
His words are harsh, being spat out in a vicious tone. I struggle to try and move any part of my body to show that I am still alive.
Someone get a blanket and a shovel. We'll take her down the highway and bury her.
Mike picked me up and dropped me in a blanket. They wrapped me up tightly, and I was lifted again. I wondered how I looked, dressed in grunge with heavy black liner on my lids and torn stockings. I am a far cry from my usual jeans and t-shirt. I get roughly dropped into the boot of the car. I can only tell because the tire iron is digging into my back, and the boot lid slams shut. As they are driving down the highway, I can still hear Josie yelling at Mike. I'm hoping she will bury him too. I'm not usually vengeful, but I feel this time I have the right to want revenge. This is how I'm going to die. With no dignity, and the only person that cares is the one who brought me here. I should have stayed home. I should have just told my mother, and we could have eaten ice cream and watched stupid chick flicks, but this nightmare is how I will die. If I get out of this, I will never drink, I'll never do drugs, and I will punch Mike in the throat. The car pulls over, and the trunk opens again, and I'm picked up and unceremoniously dropped onto the floor. That is definitely going to bruise. Not that it matters. The sound of shovel in dirt is distinct, and I feel like I'm going to cry, but my body has no response. Michelle deserves better than this. Josie was sobbing, then screaming profanities at Mike. I promise you, Michelle. I promise you. I am going to live the life you wanted me to. I'll clean up. And I'll find a way to kick Mike's ass, I promise. Her voice shook with each word.
Look, we need to make this harder for it to be traced.
Mike spoke clearly. What do you mean?
If we bury her whole, they're going to figure this out pretty quickly, and it could easily be linked back to us. If we chop her up and bury her in pieces, they'll blame someone else.
His voice was calm. What he said was met with silence, only because I can't scream. Fear streaking through me, I want to scream, I want to cry, I want to punch Mike in the throat as hard as possible. This is insane, Josie yelled. We are not cutting Michelle into pieces.
Well, as you put it, Josie, it is my fault, and I am the one cleaning this up, so you can either help or leave, he hissed. Now someone hand me the hatchet.
If I could cry, I would be screaming. It had only been 15 minutes since I passed out, and I firmly believe that given time I would wake up again. Footsteps approached. I could imagine it now, Mike with his hatchet in hand. And I knew it was going to hurt. So if I could, I would have been screaming. Josie screamed at him again and threw herself over me. You're not going to chop her up! We are not chopping up Michelle, you sick fuck! If I could thank her, I would.
Fine. It's going to take too long to chop her up anyway. Happy now, Josie?
Mike pushed me into the hole with his foot. and I landed in an open grave face first. It wasn't a deep hole. Maybe if I'm lucky, I will live long enough to dig myself out. But I have a strong feeling of doubt overloading me as I can feel dirt pat my back. I can still hear Josie screaming. Hey guys, Fauxmingo Creepy here. Thank you for checking out my video. This is an original story by me. There is going to be another part coming out soon. So if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, share it, make other people watch it, use it as a form of torture, whatever tickles your fancy. If you want to send me your own creepy stories to share with this beautiful creepy community, whether or not they are fictitious or real, you can do so via Facebook or email. Details for those are in the description section. If you haven't already, go check out my Facebook page as I post daily about various creepy things ranging from serial killers to urban legends. And as always, my creepers, stay safe. And remember, the monster isn't under your bed, it's in your head.